Hey everyone, we're Rob and Amanda, and this year in 2024, we are going to be sharing our health journey going into the year, and hopefully a journey that will last the entire year. But yeah, so I'll start by introducing myself. I'm Amanda, and I was born and raised in Toronto. I work in digital communications for a college, and so I spend a lot of time at a desk. And I also work from home, so I don't do a lot of walking, as you can probably imagine. And aside from that, I also have a wedding photography business. So that's something that really requires me to be healthy for, because I'm on my feet for anywhere from 8 to 12 hours and carrying equipment. And so if I'm not in good shape, then my back hurts or my hands hurt. And so really with this journey, I really hope to be just a healthier, better version of myself so that I can keep up with this career I've chosen for myself. And yeah, that's I guess me in a nutshell.
Okay, so my name's Rob, and a little bit of background for myself. I don't really have any major injuries or any illnesses or anything like that, but I have always been super inflexible, so I am prone to injuries, and I have commitment issues where I fall off the wagon for, well, I'm great at excuses too, so I can fall off the wagon because of a vacation, sickness, and injury, just getting too busy.
Celebration.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm kind of all or nothing. So my goal for this year is to try to stick with it for the entire time and be okay with taking a step off the wagon a little bit.
I didn't mention I also have injuries. I'm also kind of injury prone. So I have a torn ACL. Actually, I have a partially torn ACL on my left knee and a torn but repaired ACL on my right knee. So I have a bit of chronic pain there. I also tore my meniscus. So I've had surgery on my right knee twice. Left knee has not had surgery. That's a pretty recent injury that I got last May. And so I used to feel really hopeless about my knees, but I found a really amazing physio place that has really given me hope to do the things that I love to do, which I also haven't mentioned. I like volleyball, basketball, running, and all that sort of thing. So this year, as we'll talk about more, one of my goals is to just also rehab my knee so that I can keep up with this journey, because it could be very challenging depending on what your exercise regimen looks like and so forth.
All right, so why are we doing it?
So you go first this time.
Okay, I have a whole bunch of reasons. I've been thinking about this. So I guess I should have added this in my little introduction there. I am a researcher and I love getting into all this stuff. So I read a lot of books. I'm always Googling and planning out little programs and things like that. So why am I planning on doing it? I've got a whole list here. Main reason is really longevity and my immune system, things like that. My self-image, posture are big reasons why I'd want to do this. Just having good fitness for fertility, for emergency situations. That one probably sounds ridiculous, but anything can happen in this world. I want to be able to run, climb, do anything like that.
Leave me behind.
Swim, yeah, fight, yeah, anything like that. Not with you, for you. And just like athleticism, I always view myself as an athlete, and then I'll see a video of myself and be like, "Whoa, I would not be intimidated by myself." So I'd like to change that a little bit too. That's why I'm doing it.
Well, for the record, I'm intimidated by you.
After those fighting comments.
Why I'm doing it, a lot of the same reasons. One of them being fertility. Rob and I both want to start a family, and so being, for me anyways, as a woman at optimal weight and managing my PCOS. So I have polycystic ovarian syndrome, and basically what that means is the eggs that my ovaries produce don't fully mature, and so as a result it really messes with my menstrual cycle. And if your menstrual cycle is all messed up, then it's hard for you to really predict when you're ovulating, and if you don't know when you're ovulating, it's hard to plan pregnancy and all that fun stuff. But that's not what this video is about. Hopefully we'll dive into that later in the year. But yeah, so I'm doing this for fertility. I'm doing this to manage my PCOS, and I'm doing this also, I have a list here, so I'm looking there. I'm doing this to rehab my injuries and take care of my mind and my mental health. I've always found that exercise has always helped me with my mind and my mental health, and so that's a big goal for me. And also, I just want to feel more confident and happier in my body. Obviously, like the pandemic was hard for a lot of people. for myself, I found that I gained a lot of weight, and I've struggled to lose that weight since then. And so going into 2024, I hope to change that and get to somebody that I was before the pandemic. That's who I was, I guess, the longest that I can recall. And so that's one of my goals, is to just lose the weight, manage all of my PCOS symptoms, and hopefully start a family and be healthier and happier and all of that good stuff. Now, how are we gonna do it?
Well, as I mentioned, I love doing research and planning out programs and stuff. So I've created a whole kind of program that I'm planning on kind of following. Over the years, I've gotten really kind of granular with my plans, and I think that kind of causes me to fall off a lot easier. So this time I went more big picture. So, well, I say that, and then you're gonna see in the next few videos, I'm super granular still. But
You're recovering.
yeah. But I've got kind of a plan that should cover overall, like, all longevity and like health and fitness, including diet and all that stuff. So I'll go over that in kind of another video, my entire plan for what I'm hoping to do.
Awesome. I'm gonna go a little bit of the opposite spectrum until I figure things out a little bit. I don't like following a plan. I find that it's easier for me to fall off if I'm following a plan. But who knows, that could change. So for now, I'm gonna be gentle with my approach. My biggest goal for next week, which we'll talk on later, is just to get started and to take measurements and all that sort of thing. But really how I'm planning to approach this journey, sorry, that's our dog. How I'm planning to approach this journey is by just being gentle with myself, doing exercise at least 3 times a week, more if I feel motivated enough to, find ways to enjoy exercise, and keep up with all the things that help manage my PCOS. So one of the things I do is, for example, take supplements. So I want to make sure I be on top of that. Another thing I want to do is maybe take less caffeine. So decrease my caffeine intake. So a lot of little things, but I have no plan. I'll be honest. I'm just gonna do my best for now and just enjoy exercise as much as I can, because I think that's what really throws me off. But aside from that, let me see if there's anything I was missing. Yeah. Oh, I also am going to it's in Rob's plan as well, but I'm also going to be trying to do more of a keto diet because that really helps with weight loss. Also specifically with PCOS, it's helpful too, because again, if you're not familiar with what PCOS does for the body, it's hard to break down sugars, and so by taking in less carbohydrates, I can give my body a chance to really break down the energy, and it's more. Anyways, I'm not gonna dive into it. Keto it's kind of complicated. I'm doing it mostly because my naturopath suggested it, my doctor suggested it, and so here I am. But yeah, so I guess aside from that, I'm also going to be doing weighted exercises specifically, and also physio, so getting back into physio.
All right, so how are we going to do this? How are we going to show you our updates and what we're actually doing? So we are going to do weekly updates, so expect a video probably in this kind of a format where we'll just be talking, but going over the week, kind of what worked, what didn't, what our struggles were, how we're doing. We both have some specific goals that we want to do. So for example, over the next couple days, I already kind of have it figured out, but I need to put it down on the computer and present it. So I've got a bunch of metrics that I'm going to be recording on, I guess, kind of a weekly basis, and just to keep track of things, to monitor kind of how we're doing. We'll see how that works. And then yeah, our plan is to do kind of update videos every week. Every month we'll do kind of a check-in where we'll actually go over kind of those metrics I just talked about. The in-between videos will be more just kind of updates on how we're feeling, what's working, what we're doing, things like that. Yeah.
I might share this on Instagram too, and so if that happens and I receive any questions, we'll also spend some time answering questions during these videos, and we'll show you like little clips from the week if things aren't weird, because it's kind of weird recording yourself in a gym, I find. So we'll do that, and Rob will share some of the things he's doing, for example, like ice baths and his runs and exercising out in a park, like with the exercise gear that they have there. And so we're really just going to dive into what works, what didn't, our struggles, and try to share as much about the journey as possible. And so with that said, this concludes the end of our first video, our introduction video. And so I hope you enjoy following along on this journey. Thank you again, and we'll see you in the next one.
Awesome. Thanks.